Every step I take, I move my truth. Every time they tell me stop, I use. Every comment, hate, that makes my fuel. Gather up my energy and boom, I hear them talking, saying the way that I move is so reckless. That is a part of my mind I've been blessed with. Giving my blood, so I am relentless.
Well, we got Mr. Five-time James Gideon Williams here. And yeah, this is a supplemental Keep Hammering Collective podcast. This is for, I wonder what the downloads are on these. 3?
And it's me every time.
You 3 times. Your mom, does your mom listen? Yeah.
I hope not.
Imagine if we could get into double digits on the downloads with you.
You know, I'd be pretty proud of that.
It'd be a big threshold to cross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, we have quite the list to go through. We just got back from being on tour, basically.
Yeah, God, it was a grind.
Like rock stars.
It was a grind. It's a lot.
Yeah. So we started in Texas, in Austin. Had a meetup, archery country.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
That was good. I was late. Yeah, my plane was, so I missed my connection, and where the hell did I connect? I can't remember now. Denver or Salt Lake. Anyway, we were late getting out of Eugene, so I missed my connection there. Got in, I was supposed to get in at 1:30, instead got in at like 5:30 or 4 or 5. Yeah, 5. And then got to the shop by 5:30. So
yeah,
supposed to be there at 3.
But people came back, still a large crowd.
Yeah.
I mean, there was that
nice
family that drove from Louisiana.
I know, it was nice. So many cool people there.
Yeah.
It's a great, I love the bow shop community, just like the bow rack here. I mean, Archery Country's the bow rack there in Austin. It's, you know, it's similar as far as the vibe and just how people just enjoy being there, and just a positive atmosphere and good owners. And yeah, that's how you grow the archery community, and they're doing a great job.
Yeah, that was my first time. I mean, when we're just out and about here doing a lift, run, shoot or whatever, people come up to you, you know, but that was my first time kind of seeing a congregation of the impact that, you know, you have, and the people that will wait or come back to meet you. And it was super cool. A lot of nice people. Yeah,
it was really, yeah, I always feel pretty flattered by that. And people are always just so excited just to, yeah, I mean, just talk and shake hands, and yeah, it's pretty amazing. Kind of forget that kind of stuff until you're out and about. So it was really nice.
So yeah, that was the night before. We had the massive 10K, the longest 10K that's ever been recorded.
Yeah, some people are still running. The course markings were, yeah.
But the good news is I don't think people really noticed or cared. They just wanted to come out and, you know, work up a good sweat.
Yeah. Some people ran like a mile. Some people, like I said, are still running. I think the guy who won ran like 8 miles.
Yeah.
So whatever. It's, you know, just good effort is rewarded. But yeah, I don't know. It wasn't, there were some challenges because they got heavy rains. And it was on a golf course, so they had to reroute what the course that they had planned out last minute had to change. And yeah, so I mean, whatever. It wasn't, you know, it's not the Olympics.
Yeah. I think there was a guest there a lot of people didn't know was there.
Yeah.
At least it didn't seem like it, because no one came up to him, and that was Lance Armstrong.
Yeah, that was pretty sick. I had texted him the night before, and I just said, hey, I'm coming to Austin. We're doing a 10K in the morning. Do you want to run? He's just like, he's down to clown.
And he had a pretty good pace.
Yeah, he's a good runner. Definitely a good runner. He's like 53 now, I think, and in great shape. I mean, he's kind of jacked. Good, you know, you can tell he's been lifting weights. His arms are good, but he was, I would say, running, a little under 7-minute miles.
Yeah.
I mean, he was cruising.
Yeah, it wasn't too far behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Truett was in third until a wrong turn was taken.
He was running good too. It's yeah. I started off kind of back with Lance, just kind of chilling out, and we ran pretty good. I don't like really letting people get away from me. So I was like, what? I can't run back here. I got to take off. So I was like, working hard, trying to catch up with everybody. And there's a few turnarounds, so I could see how close I was getting to Truist. So I thought, okay, this is going good. Starting to reel those guys in. And yeah, then we came to the junction where the first 3 guys went right. The course went left. I stopped because I'm like, God, I should be able to see these guys to the left here, and I don't. So did they go, or am I supposed to go right, or did they go wrong? Or anyway, figured out go left, and so we went left, and it was like a mile down this this cart path, and then you get to this guy at the table, and that was the turnaround. So that was, probably had like 2 miles left, so that was like 4 miles into the race. And I asked the guy at the turnaround, I said, has anybody been here yet? And he's like, no, you're the first. And I was like, shit. So that means that the 3 guys who were winning were somewhere else, and on the back 9 maybe. And yeah, so we turned around, hustled back, and yeah, good pace. I mean, it was, running hard. It was kind of muggy that morning after the rain, and but awesome atmosphere. Everybody had great attitudes. It was, I mean, pretty good crowd too. Yeah,
we were, I was waiting by the finish to maybe, hopefully, for the first time, record you finishing a race.
You didn't.
And, these like 3 guys that were probably running 10-minute miles
came
around the corner, and I'm thinking, this is the biggest upset ever.
Yeah.
Maybe they killed him and buried him somewhere back there.
Yeah. Since my name was on it, I was a little miffed that people were going wrong directions and things. So I was just, nobody cared, because it's all about kind of, just camaraderie and just, working up a sweat with like-minded people. Mountain Ops did a good job of organizing it. So I was just miffed that anybody went the wrong way. It's like, that's the last thing you want in a race. And so I was kind of pissed when I came through, and then I was like, thought I had to go find the guys who kept running. And so, yeah, I didn't even come across the finish line.
Yeah.
So that one's still your fault, but actually my fault. But it's always your fault.
Yeah, I think your official time was 46 minutes, which means you're slower than me in a 10K.
Ooh, that hurts. Wow. So even non-binary? That's...
I mean, I think I beat you overall, but yeah, I definitely won my category. And I also have to apologize on the behalf of Alicia to the grounds crew at the golf course, because she was driving the golf cart, and there's a lot of mud on the cart path where there shouldn't be.
Oh, so, wonder how that happened.
Wasn't my fault.
Yeah, doing like figure eights out there. Donuts spinning around. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So we finished up the 10K.
Yeah. And it took a lot of pictures. Everybody loved it. It was, I mean, probably seen the videos we've posted on my social. It was just a great atmosphere. But yeah, it was really cool to see. I had some other friends there too. Mark Smith, who was just a guest here, was there. Colin Cottrell, who, I've known for a long time. He actually designed one of my first shirts, Beast Mode Bow Hunting. He was there. Then, of course, Lance, at one time, people were calling him the greatest endurance athlete of all time. And he, 7-time Tour de France winner. For him to show up at that was, I mean, a huge honor for me, because he's been on my radar forever.
Right.
I mean, I watched the stupid Tour de France, even though I never cared about it at all, but just because I liked him.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's funny. I saw something the other day that was like, name one cyclist now.
Yeah. God, I have no idea. I could. Lance Armstrong. Yeah, I don't know. It's he's an icon for sure. Yeah, everybody has their ups and downs. He had some challenges, but I never even really cared about that, because whatever.
Yeah. No, I think, I don't know if there's, I'm sure there are a ton of people that care about that, but everyone I know doesn't. So
yeah,
well,
we're not purists in the biking world either.
No, even playing field. That's what I like to say.
Yeah, right. So just make it even.
Yeah,
and it seemed like it was.
Definitely was. I think the guy they ended up handing the award to after all the testing came out, or not testing, but the whistleblower was like finished 16th.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't think they ever gave him anything, but that's who was the first clean test. So whatever.
Yeah. I always like to say, oh, okay. So if you started taking steroids, you'd win the Tour de France.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No, hell no. There was that. I think it was maybe it was. Do I want to say Icarus? I can't remember what the show was, but anyway, this guy who was a decent cyclist, he thought he was going to take this big protocol, and I can't. I wish I could remember the name of the show, but take this big PED protocol and see what it did to him as a pretty successful cyclist to see if it would get him to that. He finished. I think he might have finished worse. I mean, but it wasn't much better. Is the point? Right. Maybe it wasn't worse, but it wasn't like you go from the guy who rides around the block here on my neighborhood to winning. I mean, it can help. Obviously, it can help a little bit, but you got to be a freak to win. You got to be a freak to start with.
Yeah.
But,
okay, so ran the 10K, and then we flew out that evening. I think we flew out that day at like 3 or 4. Yeah, to LA.
Yeah, it was a short trip there.
It was 24 hours for you.
Barely there.
Yeah. So then we went to LA, and also a lot of happenings there as well.
And also, you know what got screwed up with my delay? Joe called me, and I was already late. Or I mean, I was already leaving, or maybe I was already gone. Maybe I was in LA. But anyway, he called me, and he said he was going to come to Archery Country and surprise me, but that was when it was supposed to be there at 3. And then when it got delayed, he saw the post that it was delayed. So then he had a dinner engagement he couldn't get out of, fundraiser or something like that. So he couldn't come. So we missed out on the Joe Rogan surprise at Archery Country. Fuck.
Now people are more bummed. I'm sure.
Now they really will be bummed because he's got, talk about super fans.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of them, but that would have been cool. He mentioned he was going to pop in and surprise me. Cause I don't bug him about stuff like that.
Right.
He's got enough shit to do, but anyway, it got delayed. So it screwed that up, but on to LA.
Yeah. So flew to LA. I guess to start, you got to spend some time with Huberman.
Yeah.
Which is super cool. Obviously he's been on the podcast, but we also got to sit down with an interview for him and ask him about some elite performance and high-end performance, which I thought was super interesting.
Where is that footage?
It's somewhere.
That's supposed to be a supplemental podcast, isn't it?
All right, is that what we're doing with it?
I don't know. Well, we have to have the audio sound. Have we watched it yet?
It's good. Audio's good.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of
course it is. I did it.
Well, we filmed that outside, so it was not really a controlled setting.
No, I mean, there's birds that you can hear, but I think that adds to the ambience. Ambiance, yeah. Yeah, the infamous ambiance.
Yeah, I was curious about how that turned out. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but the questions I had were pertaining to like elite endurance athletes and what makes them elite, what measurables are there associated with athletes like Courtney Dauwalter or David Goggins or Sally McRae or Cat Bradley, and how can willpower be measured if it can? So just stuff like that, and you can mention any random thought you might have regarding science and human whatever performance and physiology to Huberman. He's going to have an answer.
Yeah.
So that's kind of fun. You can just come up with the most crazy scenario ever and he'll break it down.
Yeah, I was over there just Googling words.
I know. I know. He's incredible. I don't know as much as he knows about one thing, I don't know as much as he knows probably about 1,000 things about one thing.
Yeah, but what I thought was interesting about it is you're someone who has put that to the test, and then he could give you the science that backs it up, which was really interesting. But I did like that format of kind of podcast on the road.
Yeah,
maybe
that was fun.
We'll have to see how that, if we do use it, how people receive it.
Yeah. They'll like it because Huberman's another icon. People love him.
Yeah. So we did the interview, and was it that? I don't think it was that evening. Maybe it was the next day. We took a special trip to Rodeo Drive.
Yeah, let's see. When did I go running to the Hollywood side?
That must have been that evening.
That evening? Okay, yeah. So no Rodeo Drive that day.
No.
Me and Huberman had a slumber party. That was fun. Sleepover. Yeah, we got our jammies on, made some popcorn, watched movies. It was good. No, I stayed there for like 4 nights, I think, and he was there one of them. So, yeah, he said, make yourself at home. It's like, he meant it. It was pretty cool. He's a stud.
So how was that run to the Hollywood sign?
That was good. Yeah, I was tapering for my 5K the next day. Yeah. So, or wait.
The 5K was 2 days later.
Oh, was it?
Must have been because, yeah, I mean, the next day we went to Rodeo Drive.
Huh. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, because we got there the 6th.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, the run was good. Did like 13 miles. It was nice. Yeah. Then Rodeo Drive, where we saw a TikTok star.
He was live streaming, and I'm going to smoke some bud.
How did it? Yeah. Tell me about the lyrics.
So let's just break down the scene.
Okay.
Rodeo Drive, on a corner between an intersection where most corners are.
Thank you.
And here's this guy with his phone propped up on a telephone pole, basically at head height.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pink hair, pink gloves.
Yeah.
Wearing a balaclava.
A jumpsuit.
Yeah.
A white jumpsuit.
A white jumpsuit.
What shoes? Was it boots?
I think it might have been boots.
Fur boots or something?
I was too busy looking at his ass.
It was, yeah. See, that's why I say that George Michael thing is freaking on point.
I want to follow in his footsteps. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he's live streaming. And I think how that works is people can donate to your live stream and make you do something.
Oh, really?
That's, I think, how it works. So people were donating, and he would have to do what are those called? Emotes or whatever? Anyways, so one of them that he had to do for, it seemed like 30 seconds on end was, I'm going to smoke some bud.
Yeah. That was his hook.
Yeah.
That was the chorus or the hook or whatever.
Yeah. I'm going to smoke some bud. I'm strong. I'm going to smoke some bud.
Catchy.
Maybe I'll start live streaming.
Yeah, it's catchy. It was good. I mean, what I saw was a lot of people were very impressed.
Yeah. I think, huge crowd gathering around him, and
the people looking at each other, shaking their heads.
Taking pictures.
Yeah. So, I mean, he was definitely a hit.
Yeah. So we got to see that, and then some nice cars. We drove down there in your Bentley, of course. Yeah.
I know. Yeah. I need to figure out where I left that. It was a nice ride, though.
Yeah. Can't tell it's a Bentley because I missed the emblem in the photo, but
trust us.
Yeah.
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 It looks like a Toyota Corolla. But it was a Bentley.
Yeah. And then we went to your favorite store, Gucci.
Yeah.
Which I think at first they didn't want to let us in.
They were trying to wait us out, hoping we'd leave, thinking I think they thought we were transients and like wanting to come in and take a nap in the corner or something. But we waited them out. They had to let us in because of diversity, equity, and inclusion. And so we went in there, and I thought it would be fun to buy something to wear at the race, the Two Bears 5K the next day with Bert and Tom.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big event.
Huge event.
And I thought if I could get some shorts. I mean, shorts. How much can shorts be, right? So I'm like, I'll get some Gucci shorts to wear. That won't be bad. But then you kind of get on a Gucci high in there. I don't know what they got for the air system in there, but it kind of, fogs your brain a little bit for decision making.
And that water they had.
The water, yeah. Do they have sparkling or still?
Both.
Oh, yeah.
Your choice.
Right. So when they start throwing that shit around, who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah. And I had to pee really bad the whole time. And at first he's like, we don't have a bathroom.
Yeah, because I thought you were going to go in there and wipe shit on the wall or something. Like a monkey. So, I mean, I could see the hesitation.
Yeah. So then once he realized that you were actually going to buy something, he's like, we actually have an employee bathroom.
Yeah.
Which it's definitely not an employee.
Yeah. No, that's their go-to line.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong. I mean, I was inspired to wipe shit on the walls, but
Yeah.
I didn't have any.
Okay.
Yeah. So come back out, get our sparkling water, inhale the intoxicating Gucci air, and you picked out an outfit.
Yeah. You know, I didn't really look at any price tags, which is my bad. But it's like if you had to just buy the material, it would have been like, I don't know, like $30.
75 cents.
So, yeah, I mean, I was thinking like, because the sweatsuit top was a little thicker. So
yeah, that was nice.
That'd be $30, you know? And I'm like, how bad can it be? And it's not like, if you're going in there, checking price tags is like uncouth, right? So I just kind of wrote it out. Hey, got these shorts, got a little tank top, like a little, I would say wife beater, but we don't say words like that. But it was similar to what somebody might refer to a white tank top as, but it said Gucci on it.
Yeah.
So it
printed, not sewn in.
It didn't say WB, gang or anything like that. But yeah, printed, not sewn, not stitched, not embroidered.
Yeah.
Not metal. Not gold.
Comes from the same factory that Walmart gets theirs from.
Exactly.
Just a slightly demographic.
Yeah, different. And then the sweatsuit top. So I'm like, how bad can this be? I figured if you think like even Gucci, like the shorts should be $100. Tank top, 80. 80's a lot for a tank top, right?
I think they come in a pack of 3 for $5.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the sweatsuit top, I mean, I could see him getting 200 for that.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
But so those are my guesses. What it was 700 for the shorts, 800 for the tank top, and 22,000. Well, how much was
2,300.
2,300 for the sweatsuit top. So I'm like, I get out of there spending over $4,000. And yeah, so that was my wardrobe selection for the Two Bears 5K, and it was actually a big hit.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it was worth it.
I would say it's a worthwhile investment, because just for the simple fact that Bert was up there on stage and said, if you see Cam Hanes walking around here, he's all decked out in Gucci and he looks like he's bow hunting Italians. So just for that,
yeah,
that has to be worth
perfect.
That's worth $5,000.
Yeah, and I did want to ask you, if you were bow hunting Italians, what do you think their call would sound like?
Yo, Adrian. I don't know. I'm not.
Hopefully there's another movie director watching.
Yeah.
So maybe you'll get cast for
I should.
a mob member.
Yeah.
Yo, Adrian.
That's Rocky. You know that. Yeah, I don't know. What do they say on Sopranos all the time? Shit, I haven't watched that show in a while.
The only Italian I know is Amerigo Vespucci.
Yeah, I don't think that would be the call. But yeah, I don't know. Or, what are they? Cannolis ready? Spaghetti's ready?
Spaghetti. Okay, so you're dripped out in Gucci, you're bow hunting Italians, show up to the Two Bears 5K. Mm-hmm. The turnout was insane.
It's off the hook.
Yeah. Do we know how many people were there?
No, but the day before I asked them, Bert, and I think they said like 1,600 or 1,800.
I was going to say it had to be over 1,500 at least.
Yeah.
Tons of people.
It was such a great event too. It's like, in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
Iconic setting.
Yeah. So for me, I was born in Austin, and I mean, one of my fondest memories from childhood was watching Vince Young beat USC in the Rose Bowl.
Oh, was that in the Rose Bowl?
So it was cool to be there, and
yeah, that was he had a big game.
Yeah, he did.
That, I don't know how, like 500 yards of offense or something like that.
Yeah, probably mostly running.
That was his last good football game.
Kind of a dud in the
Because he
NFL.
got to the NFL and I don't think did shit.
Haven't heard of him since.
But yeah, he put on a show in that game.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so tons of people get in there. They had a ton of events inside the Rose Bowl. I mean, ice baths, a workout area, golf simulators. Pretty cool. Pretty nice setup.
Yeah, it was great. A stage.
Yeah. So then we go to the lineup, and there was like, we were in the, well, you were in the final flight, the VIP flight.
Yeah.
It was like 200 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good turnout. Why don't you allude to some of the people that showed up for the race?
Let's see. What was that surfer girl's name?
Brianna.
Brianna. She was there. We did a photo shoot together like years ago for Under Armour at Venice Beach. And yeah, that was cool. I haven't seen her in a while. She's cool. Kat knew her. So Kat Bradley ran also. Yep. She and they kind of knew each other from surfing, I think.
I think they grew up together.
Did they?
At least Kat was saying when they surfed when they were little in competitions, they were always surfing against each other. Maybe I'm wrong, but
yeah.
And shout out to her because she came on a drop of a coin or whatever that is.
Drop of a hat.
Yeah.
But you can say whatever you want. Drop of a Frito-Lay.
Drop of a, yeah. So she showed up. Who else?
Travis Barker was there.
Who's that? Yeah.
Blink 182 drummer, famous drummer.
Yeah, he was in incognito mode. Tough to pick out.
Definitely. He's all black with his hoodie, but you know, we'd messaged back and forth. He seems cool. I hadn't met him until then. And yeah, he seemed a great guy, but also a pretty damn good runner.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a good job. It was cool. He just showed up kind of not a lot of fanfare.
Yeah.
Just was there ready to get a good workout.
Yeah, one of the guys in his crew is a good runner too.
Yeah, I know. I can't remember that guy's name.
I can't either.
Yeah. But yeah, good. And then Tom and Bert and Jelly Roll. Oh yeah, that was a big one. Jelly Roll was there.
Yeah.
So that was his first, I think, organized race. 3.1 miles, which is big for him. He's like on this fitness journey, which is cool to see. I think he's down 70 pounds. And he talked about after that 5K, which he completed, he's on his runner's high and saying he wanted to do a half marathon, which is awesome. He was wearing my Speedland shoes. He was just like, you're always feeling a good mood after you do something like that. And it was cool to see him. And he got so much support there. Everybody loves Jelly Roll.
Yeah. And I'm not going to name anyone, but we had heard that he wasn't going to do it. So the fact that he showed up.
Oh, yeah. I know. Yeah. There was some question on whether he'd make it. And he'd do it because it's easy to say, yeah, I'm going to do that. Right. But man, he followed through.
Yeah.
And he was there, busted it out, did a great job. Was just, he's just got the special something about him. I always say he's like, Kat mentioned this. She had a good heartfelt discussion with him. And he just has this something about him that's like makes people feel at ease, or I say he could be a preacher. He's got some like a spirit that it just makes people feel a certain way. I don't even know, at peace or comfortable. Yeah. And then the way he talks to him, just like you can tell he's so genuine. His eyes are just like as caring as anybody can be. His demeanor's incredible. It's like there's nobody like him.
Yeah.
There's nobody like Jelly Roll. And he's made for just helping people who are, going through challenging times or just need some words of support. He's just like, he's incredible.
Yeah.
Love him.
Yeah. Just cool to see the effect he has on people. And, that kid came up who now I've seen on social media. I saw his reel right after the 5K, but he's lost like 200 pounds. And, I think he said it was all thanks to Jelly Roll and Tom and Bert.
Okay.
Which was super cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, when we were afterwards, we were walking out, we were leaving and Jelly Roll was walking with us. And I mean, he took the time to say hi to everyone that was there waiting for him, which I thought was really cool. It would have been understandable for him just to continue on, just did 3.1 miles, but instead he stopped and talked to people, which,
Yeah.
how many people do that at his level of, fame.
Yeah. I mean, he's great. He stopped to thank the paramedics that were there. I mean, everybody, nobody, he doesn't forget anybody.
No.
I think because he's kind of been forgotten or looked over, it's like these, I don't know. It's like I can speak to it because I felt like I was like, white trash most of my life. So it's like white trash doesn't get much love.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who need help, but man, people that, I don't know, it's just like, I think he's been through because he's felt like, where he grew up is like I don't know, not the greatest, it's in Tennessee, but Antioch. And I just don't think it was like regular, nice suburban living, right?
Right.
It's just the streets and is, not the greatest environment. And so it's easy for people there to feel overlooked, or does anybody care about what we're going through here? Right. So I think because he's been through that and that's how he's felt, he can just look and identify people who might feel like that also, and just want to comfort them.
Yeah.
And not even just like people just like that, just like he knows what it's like to be overlooked or dismissed. And so it's not even people like him, it's anybody. He can just say, I don't want anybody to feel like this. And that's like it's a superpower to be that. A lot of times people, they make it and then they forget about all the people who are still struggling.
Right.
Yeah. They're up with this new crowd, celebrities, and and it's just like, life's great for them. And it is great for him because he's making an impact. He's doing, the Lord's work basically, but he still hasn't forgotten where he came from.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so cliche to say that people, never forget where you come from, but man, he puts it he puts it in action. He's like, I don't know, he's just a special human.
Yeah. I mean, I think actions speak louder than words, and he definitely shows those actions. Pretty special.
Mudwater is a Healthy Habits brand best known for its popular caffeine alternative. It's got 4 functional mushrooms, and the purpose is to never leave you feeling jittery. Don't get me wrong, I love coffee and usually drink 5 to 6 cups a day, but Mudwater has helped me cut back a little bit, especially once afternoon hits. I still even throw a little Mudwater in with my coffee, and they have a really good coffee creamer with MCT oil. Each ingredient was added for a purpose. Cacao and chai for a hint of caffeine and hot chocolate-like flavor. Lion's mane for focus, and both chaga and reishi to support healthy immune system. Plus, it's Whole30 approved, 100% USDA certified organic, non-GMO, gluten-free, vegan, and kosher. Mudwater donates monthly to support psychedelic research and has since day one. They believe the country is in a mental health epidemic and that psychedelic-assisted therapy is one of the most effective tools we have to treat mental health conditions. Mudwater is hooking up my show with a special offer. If you go to mudwater.com/Cam Hanes, you get a free frother and $20 off. That's mudwater.com/Cam Hanes for a free frother and $20 off. I put my body through a lot. I've found that Ketone IQ has helped give me an edge when I'm running. I actually won my latest ultra and made sure I had some ketones to take throughout the race. I'm already drinking so much caffeine in a day. I really like that ketones provide a clean energy with no sugar or added caffeine. Ketones provide a ton of benefits to the body, the biggest being cognitive function. So I even down a shot before I podcast, and I feel like it helps me think more clearly. I'm all for anything that makes me smarter because the guests I have on here are top performers in their field, and I need all the help I can get. Ketone IQ is giving listeners of this podcast a great deal. They're offering you 30% off your first subscription order of Ketone IQ at ketone.com/Cam.
Yeah, so we just ran the 5K. It went really well. It was a tight finish, which again, just like the 10K, you had to play a little bit of catch up. So let's walk through that, or run through it, I guess.
Yeah, well, so there's some controversy.
I think the truth needs to be spilled.
So I'll let the people decide. So Jelly took off a little bit before everybody.
Yep.
He's going to be walking it. So just to get a head start. So he took off maybe 15 minutes before. I can't remember what it was. But then our wave took off, the VIP, whatever it was called. Truett was in it, Bert and Tom, Travis Barker, a bunch of other comedians too.
Yeah.
Just a great, I think Pauly Shore. It's like just an awesome turnout. But so me and Truett took off pretty hot. I think I of course didn't have a watch on. Should have I have a Gucci watch. No, I gave my Gucci watch to Tanner. Should have wore my Rolex.
Yeah.
That's what I need. With my Gucci outfit, shit.
Missed opportunity.
And my bear claw necklace, what the fuck? I would have slayed.
What do you have it for if you're not wearing it at events like that?
Yeah. So anyway, no watch, but Truett said first mile was like 6:19. It was a little slightly uphill, not too crazy, but not a bad mile. Second mile, or we get to the turnaround, so it goes out about 1.5 miles and turns around, and then you come back on the same course you ran out on. And right about at the turnaround, Jelly and Bert were there, and Tom was ahead of them. But we hit the turnaround, and then I started coming back, and I went, gave Jelly a hug, told him shoes look great. I think gave Bert a dab or a hug, and told him, great job. Then so I get out, and I figured, Truett, we were running together. He would have waited for me. No. So I look up. He's like 100 yards just flying. And I'm like, what the fuck? So, he took off like, I don't know. He just wasn't going to stop and say hi. So I'm too kind. That's my problem, I think. I'm too compassionate. I just care about my fellow man too much. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, he took off, and it's a race, so whatever, no harm, no foul. I had to get going, get on my horse to try to catch up with him because he was flying.
Yeah.
He said he ran his last mile in 5:40. So I'm just back there, slowly catching up. Finally, I got behind him, and he didn't know where I was for sure because I was right on his ass. And I was letting him, the wind was I thought coming in our face. So I was like, fuck it. I'll let you break the wind. I'll just chill back here in your draft. So, but he didn't know I was back there because he never looked. He was just eyes on the finish line, right? And so I was right on his ass. And actually, even though he's running a 5:40, I felt pretty comfortable because I think he was pulling me a little bit. So we get around to that last corner, I think, where you picked us up, and you go across this little bridge, and then it's about is it 100 yards to the finish?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So we come around that, and I had passed him, and you can get a body vibe type or body language vibe, I guess. And it felt to me like when I passed him, he was gonna, okay, fuck, I guess I lost. So he's gonna let up. So I thought, okay, I think I got him. Broke him a little bit. So I come around the corner, and then I feel somebody coming up, and here he comes he didn't give up. I didn't break him. And I think, we'll have to go to the instant replay, but I think he out sprinted me and beat me by probably
half a step at the most.
A foot?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, yeah. Did he stop like I did? No.
So
does he have to live with that? Yes.
Yeah. We know it's in the back of his mind.
No, it's hey, all's fair in love and war, right? I mean, if somebody stops to tie their shoe in a race, you don't stop.
No, but this wasn't a tying of a shoe. Definitely wasn't, because your shoes don't have shoelaces. So
yeah.
You're not allowed to have them. I
think he was wearing. So I was wearing my heavy trail shoes. He was wearing light road shoes, but he also had pants on.
He was wearing jeans.
Yeah,
of course.
I don't really know how it all pencils out. He did come across the line in front of me, so that was for. Some guy showed up and passed us. We don't know where the fuck he came from. We think we were 1 and 2 in that heat, and this other guy, he didn't have a number or anything.
That's my guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he just popped out somewhere, and which great idea, genius by him.
Yeah. So he snuck through right ahead of us, but I think officially it was me and Truett. So Truett, me 1, me 2. Then after I finished, I thought I was going to go into cardiac arrest. it was, you know, I was an full effort on my part. I'm no spring chicken. And so once I recovered, I had to like, people were, you know, wanting to get pictures and stuff. And I was like, could barely breathe.
As soon as you crossed the finish line.
So I was just like, I'm going to need a second guy. So once I recovered from that and I took a few pictures and I was like, well, shit, I'm going to go back and see how Jelly's doing. So I go running back, saw Travis. He was coming in, looking good. Get back there, and I think Bert said something like, Joey's like, is that Cam coming back? And Bert's like, he's coming back for you. And I was like, yeah. So I got closer, and I said, no man left behind. And we all came in together. So it's pretty sick.
That was awesome. That was a pretty powerful moment as Jelly Roll got closer to the finish line.
Oh, my God. Yeah. He got such a response from everybody.
I mean, everyone was chanting his name at the end. It was cool.
Dude, it was one of the coolest events I've ever been a part of. I mean, just for the purity of it, you know, and just love, positive, just excitement. It's just an awesome event. I can't even, if you weren't there, you definitely missed out.
Definitely. Yeah. I don't mean to take your spotlight with the whole Truett thing, but there's a third or a second story to this race, and that is who the MVP was.
MVP.
And I saw a lot of comments that were saying the cameraman was the MVP.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
As I said, I think on Instagram, you're so brave. You inspire us all.
And God bless me. I think
you did. The only thing, because Truett's wife, Alicia was filming you, trying to film us sprinting. The only thing that would have made it better is if you would have tripped.
And camera gear just went.
Yeah, just shit like flying off the camera, skidding across the ground. Your glasses go fucking flying. I mean, how sick would that have been?
I should have thought of that in the moment, but
just because you were sprinting, you were flying. I mean, with that fucking camera.
I have to come clean because I think a lot of the comments think I ran the whole thing with you guys.
Yeah.
So no, I picked you guys up like you said, 100 yards to the finish, and it was all I could do to keep up. So.
I know it was pretty epic. It looked cool you were flying. I mean, it would have definitely went viral if you would have hit the turf. Or hit the pavement.
If you guys didn't see that, you'll have to go watch it to see what we're talking about, because there's a moment there where I put my head down.
You're getting serious.
Hit 11th gear. That was pretty good.
The footage isn't that great, but
understandably,
her footage was good.
Yeah, her footage was better.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
So finished the 5K. That was great. Big after party. Snuck away from there. And then the next day, still stuck in the whirlwind of LA. Almost stayed there. Almost moved there.
Yeah.
You did the Two Bears, One Cave podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Which is pretty cool. Pretty cool setup they had. And I mean, you guys talked about a bunch of stuff, but bow hunting being one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They mentioned they want a bear hunt.
Yeah.
So, fuck, that'd be sick.
I think they have bear in their name, so they kind of have to.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be fun. I mean, Tom seems like pretty chill. Bert seems like it might be, being quiet. He's high energy. High energy. But hey, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know until you do it. He might be able to just turn it off and just be chill. But there'd be nothing like having them there and then a bear coming in to 10 feet.
Yeah.
I'd love it.
I think they mentioned too, they want to come out and do a lift, run, shoot or something too. So
I'd love it.
Yeah.
I think they will. It's just, their schedules are crazy, but we'll get them both out here. That was a huge honor to be on that podcast. I've looked up to those guys and followed them and like been a fan of them for a long time. And they had a huge week. They both did the Tom Brady roast. They did the Two Bears 5K. On Thursday, Tom performed at the Forum, big show. And on Saturday, Bert performed at the Forum.
Yeah.
So just part of that Netflix is a joke week. Incredible. And it was like, there's even people that I worked with here in town drove down there.
Yeah.
or maybe they flew. But anyway, they were there.
Yeah, your brother was there.
My brother was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Taylor ran. It was just like the must attend event. It was like so cool.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely, it was cool to be inside the ropes and see, you know, everything that was going on.
Yeah.
What was I going to say about the
Podcast.
Oh, yeah. So before it started, we were all sitting on the couch where they do it before Tom showed up, and their producer came over to me and was like, "Oh, I'll have you sit here for the for the podcast."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Listen, I know you've seen me on the Keep Hammering
Probably a
Collective
fan.
4 times. Yeah, you know, I don't want to sign anything right now." But I elected to sit out on that one.
Yeah.
Even though they wanted me.
Much to the chagrin of all the listeners. Yeah. You know what was another interesting part to that is Bert had on the shirt he was going to wear for the podcast, goes to take a piss and somehow pissed on his shirt.
Up here.
Yeah.
No, we're not talking down.
Yeah. So he had to change shirts.
Yeah, he comes out like 15 seconds before and he's like, "How the fuck do you piss on your shirt?"
That
this
high.
little wet spot right here.
Yeah, did he ever explain how it happened?
I don't think so.
I think he was maybe on his head pissing.
Yeah. You know, it's hard to pee when you have a hard on, you know?
Yeah, maybe that explains it. Yeah, I don't know. You know, I've had it where it goes like 3 different directions sometimes. Maybe one of those directions was straight up for him. I don't know. Normally when I do it, it's like goes over on the wall, or and I'm just like, fuck, somebody better clean this shit up. Yeah. So that was cool. But yeah, that was just a fun. Their podcast setup and all the people working there was pretty sick.
Yeah, super cool. And they were super welcoming, which was awesome.
Oh my God, I know.
Yeah.
Nicest people ever.
Yeah. So
we had breakfast with Angelina Jolie.
we did. Oh, that's
Remember that?
Skip that. Yeah. So we ate in a diner where every movie ever has been filmed.
Even though it hasn't.
Yeah. Super versatile.
Yeah. Let's see. God, what was that one with John Travolta and what the fuck? What the fuck is that cult classic? Samuel L. Jackson, or no? Yeah, is that who it is?
No, it wasn't. Right? Or am I thinking of a different picture?
Pulp Fiction.
There was a picture of Pulp Fiction in there?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Pulp Fiction. There was what was Dude?
The Big Lebowski.
Big Lebowski.
Love that movie.
Yeah.
Speaking of pissing in all different directions.
No Country for Old Men.
Yeah. What was the one with Al Pacino and?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so we're sitting in this diner thinking we're sitting in a pretty cool place.
Yeah. Look at all these pictures. All these movies were filmed here.
Yeah.
And like,
Someone
no.
had to ask the waiter.
Fuck. Why did I ask that? We could have just went with all these movies were filmed there, but then we found out, no, they're just diner pictures.
He's like, no.
Okay. Not near as cool.
No.
But it was decent food.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other place where we ate, the day before the race, we went to the store so we could park in the parking lot across the street and just bought gum or something. We're walking over there, and who was I with?
You were with Rihanna, Truett, Alicia, and I had walked in before you guys.
Yeah, Rihanna goes, is that Tom Segura looking out the window? And I was like, fuck, no, can't be. Then I get up there, and then I walk in, and he goes, Cam? And I said, oh, hey, Tom. And he was there getting a breakfast burrito.
Yeah.
Just had done a shakeout run.
Yeah, so when we had walked in, it was before you. We weren't with you. I had seen him in the window, and I was looking at him like we were with you. Like he knew me, and I was like, oh, we're running with him the next day. And then I was like, he was kind of looking at me like,
why are you staring at me? Yeah. Freaking weirdo George Michael wannabe.
Anyways, yeah, so you guys walked in and, of course, said hi to him.
Yeah. So that was kind of cool. I saw him there, but then since, when I find something I like to eat, I usually just go there every day until I'm sick of it. But so then we kept going there, and then the owner was super nice. He said, Yeah, and Angelina Jolie comes in all the time. I can't remember.
Keanu Reeves, Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Which, you know, divorced couple, awkward to eat at the same place.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were they married?
I thought.
Oh, probably.
Maybe not.
But yeah, so we were in the go-to spot for stars. So,
Yeah.
but we were loitering there like we were at Gucci. But they let us use the bathroom there. That was cool.
I didn't.
Oh yeah, I did. It was sick.
I just used the curb.
Yeah, I videoed that one woman walk by with, I don't even know what. She had like a Jason mask on.
Oh, my type.
I know. Yeah, just nuts. But yeah, that was I mean, pretty fun trip all in all.
It was a great trip.
Fucking exhausting though.
Yeah. And so I think we left there on the 8th. Flew it on the 8th. You got in a little earlier. I got in at 12.
Mm-hmm.
So did Lena.
Mm-hmm.
What's her last name?
Miculek.
Miculek. There you go. Lick Mitchell. Yeah, so then we had a lift, run, shoot the very next day on the 9th.
It's a grind.
Yeah, busy. It's been a busy schedule.
And then shooting all day the next day at the range and then podcasting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was fucking spent. Is that to get through all that was, I mean, it's good because it's also fun.
Yeah.
And Lena was amazing. Everything was amazing. It's just like, yeah, you kind of pour, you know, I don't want to fucking dramatize it, but pouring yourself into everything, trying to be at your best for everything. It gets tough.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, the shooting at the range was super cool. You got 3 new, you got 3 new SIGs.
I think 4.
4, well, you have 4, but I think, 4. Yeah, that's right.
The 10, 2, 9.
Your 2 9s, and then Tracy's, 5.
Oh, 5 guns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we can start a war if we wanted to. But yeah, good, nice guns, man.
Yeah.
Sig Sauer came through in the clutch.
Yeah.
And then Gun Pro over here in Springfield was great. Yeah, the owner over there shot in the 96 Olympics, I think. So yeah, we were just surrounded with, you know, Lena was the best teacher, her family. Even people at the range said she was royalty. Yeah. Shooting royalty. So it's cool learning from, you know, the best of the best like that. And you can tell because I've shot pistols like, I don't know, just screwing around. Never, like, not even right ever.
Yeah, put the can on the fence post.
Yeah, pretty much. And yeah, by the time, like, after, I don't know, how long do we shoot? Like 4 hours?
Yeah, long time.
Probably shot like 500 rounds. I was ready to compete at the end of it, man. It was fun. It's fun how fast, when you have it set up right and you have a fanny pack with a nice holster in it, like, set up exactly how she designed, you can get that fucker out and get it round headed down range fast.
Yeah. So now, we have a couple days and then we're off on the next adventure, which is bear hunt at the Rivets. Yeah. And is Kat still coming?
I don't know. I need to talk to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's either I talked to, you know, Tom or Bert. I think Kat's down for anything,
for whatever.
It's like I could come with the craziest thing and just say, hey, you want to whatever, jump off the Empire State Building with the parachute? Yeah, fuck, sounds awesome. She'd do it.
Toss the parachute first.
Yeah. So it's I think she would. She's like the go-to girl for any adventure. Yeah, it's pretty fun,
pretty awesome. Yeah. So I think we leave on Sunday for the bear hunt. And then get back and then
yeah, movie time. Yeah. I'm headed to Hollywood.
Back to Hollywood.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be good. So in the meantime, I'm trying to make this trick shot, like this match with an arrow. How the hell am I going to do that?
It's been done before.
It has?
I assume if
I blew out, I shot out a candle flame.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, I did that.
Who did you do that for?
That was for Rated Red. It was called, they do like, but I also so Richard Ryan, he was one of the Black Rifle, original Black Rifle film guys, but he came out here. I mean, they paid me $15,000 for one day. And one of them was I shot the flame off a candle. I shot cheese off a mousetrap. And then I was just like, you know, in super high speed film so you could watch the arrow go and take the cheese off. And then I was like, God, I said, you know, that'd be even better if you were holding the mousetrap. So he held the mousetrap and I shot the cheese off of it and it took it before the mousetrap closed. But anyway, oh, and then one time we had a 50 cal shell and I shot the primer of the 50 cal and made the bullet go off.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah. And what's weird is you'd think that the bullet would go shooting out. But the only reason why it does that is because there's that barrel which captures all that, whatever the fuck energy when it fires. So it drives the bullet down the barrel. But if that energy can just dissipate off the sides, it's not going anywhere. So the bullet went off, but the
primer,
fucking primer went off, but the bullet didn't do anything.
It just dropped straight down.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I know
what it would do.
Yeah, it was weird. But then we did some tannerite stuff. Somebody's talking about tannerite the other day.
Yeah, that was the woman at the range.
Oh yeah, Isaac Walton gun range. So yeah, we put. Oh God, what? Oh yeah, we put tannerite on a balloon. I shot that. It exploded. I shot. Had a propane flame that was going, and then a paint can right behind it. So I shot through the. Or no, other way. So I shot the paint can into the propane flame, and it was like this huge burst of explosion. It's pretty cool.
Pretty sick.
But yeah.
Maybe what we need to do is shoot the match, light it with a candle over it that lights the candle, and then
lights the stick of dynamite. Yeah, Richard Ryan is fucking the master at trick shots. We did a lot of fun stuff. I think I blew up a watermelon too with tannerite.
And
shot
you
it.
Did all that obviously in high speed.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Huh. Yeah, I don't know if the iPhone will do it justice when you do hit the match.
No. No. It always, in my head, it seems like it'll work out really cool. And then you see it and you're like, that was James.
I fucked it up again.
No. You can substitute the word I want to say for James.
Gideon. That was Gideon.
That was Gideon. So Gideon.
Gideon / George Michael.
Yeah. So we got to be about done.
I think so. I think that's before
because it's like delving into
before it goes too far off the rails again.
Lunacy. So anyway, that's our extra. This is extra credit weekly update, just a supplement, right?
Yeah.
So we gonna add 3 more listens, downloads this week to this. So thank you guys. Keep hammering. All right, guys. Welcome to the brand new CameronHayes.com truck giveaway. This truck used to be red, but we got this sick badass wrap on it to go with the theme of this giveaway. What you do in the dark matters. That means we got to train at night. We got to get better. We got to earn that edge at night. So what you do in the dark matters. Out there getting in those miles, maybe shooting in the driveway in the headlights of a truck, or maybe just pushing weights in the gym. We got to do something to set ourselves apart. So that's where, hey, the night shift comes in. And this brand new 2023 Ram TRX, 702 horsepower, killer looking ride is going to go to somebody who enters to win at CameronHayes.com. Whoever that is, I'm going to fly them out here. They're going to get this ride. I'll hand them the keys and $10,000 in cash, and I hope it's you. So again, head to my website, figure out how to enter and win. Good luck. Keep hammering.
Every step I take, I move my truth. Every time they tell me stop, I use. Every comment, hate that makes my fuel. Gather up my energy and boom. I hear them talking, saying the way that I move is so reckless. That is a part of my mind I've been blessed with. Giving my blood, so I am relentless. My fault, they want someone to blame. They sent their hate, it fuels my pace. I am Roy Tough, I am the the change, the few endure. Feeling like Cam Haynes. Oh, give me the mods, nobody wants, I'll give you my heart. I came to work.